rock it like rocket fuel.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos.
Let's go, fellas.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180!
Check 53. Yo, 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 yo. Yo!
Black, black. What's that?
First carry for Royce Freeman. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Strong left. Strong left.
They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And finding Keelan Cole. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 280!
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Everyone.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They go back to the ground, this time Barber. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. On play action, it's Wentz. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
It's our time. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Freeman. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Go.
At the 38-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
It's a give to Freeman running right. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Wentz. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the Texans' 42-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz forced out to his left. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. Now the ball comes loose, and the Texans say they have it. They do. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And down to the 20. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Matt Weil now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 3rd down, it's Freeman. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson operating from the gun. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. I got 3.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play callers just...
And Wentz will not be able to get rid of it. He's taken down for a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
At the 26-yard line.
Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught. It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
First and 10.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down, Barber. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do. And the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits, create some more natural running lanes, might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th down and less than a yard.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Throwing on first is Wentz. Buying time to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Barber. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deep.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
You got it! You got it! You got it!
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, watch it!
Now it's Jackson. He's got a man, complete. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 89 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I talked with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Sunday!
On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Another carry, same story. Fourth quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Now a leaping catch. He's got it. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
74.
Barber on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On play action, Wentz. That is incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. To throw is Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Play action. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down. Kamara. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Chris Harris with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3, Freeman. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wentz to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A really nice gain of 25 yards. To throw is Wentz. Open man is Samuel, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And this is caught. He hits Landry. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. Now Wentz. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Wentz looking end zone, but it's incomplete. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
81. Hey, box truck.
Now Wentz. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Jackson. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket, and that's what they've got going forward.
So for the Texans, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's.